And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to FC Cincinnati versus Cavalier FC in the 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup, Round 1, Leg 2. Cincinnati leads 2-0 on aggregate because they got 2 lucky goals in that first leg down in Jamaica. Proceed to draw 0-0 with Toronto FC at home. They play another game here at TQL Stadium against Cavalier. By the way, no Luciano Acosta or Sergio Santos or Corey Baird. We'll see how this goes. They're rotating with a 2-0 lead. I know it's 2 away goals, but if you lose 2-0, they go to extra time. I'd be careful with that if I were you, but okay. I'm just saying. Starting 11s are as follows for FC Cincinnati. In goal, we have Roman Celentano. The back three, Ian Murphy, Matt Miazga, Kip Keller. Oh, yeah. No Miles Robinson either. Midfield 4, Brett Halsey, Gerardo Valenzuela, Obina Nwobodo, Alvis Powell, Malik Pinto. Hey, at least he's there. At the 10, starting forwards, Archimedes Ordonez, and Aaron Bupenza up top. For Cavalier in goal, Vino Barclay. The back three are Lang, Ming, and Irving. The midfield 4 are Watson, King, Allen, and Calvin. The front three of Atkinson, Chanel Thomas, and McCleary. So let's see how this goes. Now, if Cincinnati chose to win 6-0 tonight, I will not complain. Because I don't got to worry anymore about them for a while. Doesn't Toronto play them like late in the season now? So I ain't got to worry about them till like August or something. Let's see if I'm right. Hold on. It's either really early they play the return match or really late. And I thought it was really late. May. Oh, it's pretty early. Oh. Well, okay. See, I knew it was either or. I was like, they're either playing them really early, a quick turnaround, or they're playing them really late. Turns out it was a really early turnaround. I must have been thinking about something else. Actually, here's something funny. They play St. Louis the weekend before they play Toronto in Toronto. Ain't that funny? Oh, well, I guess I got to worry about them for 2 weeks. Damn it. But there you go. Because the 18th, they play St. Louis. Then the 25th, they play Toronto. They go to they have St. Louis come to Cincinnati. Then they play Toronto in Toronto. And that's only 3 months? 2 months? 28, a month, 2 months, about 3 months from now? I guess that's a little bit longer than you would think, but whatever. How we doing, everybody? Hi there, Winvo. Who I got? Cincinnati. They'll still win on aggregate. Hey, maybe they'll kick Cavaliers' ass tonight. I don't know. Both these games tonight are pretty much over, but I'm still going live for them because that's what I do for you. Who knows? Maybe something crazy will happen. Ask Herediano and Toluca. Ask Saprissa and Philly. Ask St. Louis and Houston. Something crazy could happen. I'm not saying it will, but there's always a possibility. It ain't much, but there's always a possibility. But while I'm at it, when Canada comes back, I will be doing the second half of the Canada-Costa Rica game as well. I'll be also watching that. So as these games go, Canada's winning 2-0 over Costa Rica, the W Gold Cup. Catbird seat, number 1 seed. You love to see it. And on the 10th, I'm covering Miami versus Montreal. So maybe I'll do a double for the final of Canada's in the Gold Cup final. Maybe. Teams are walking out. Be ready to go. No sponsor on our shirt for now. Yeah. Honestly, I may buy the Timbers new away shirt without a sponsor because I love jerseys without sponsors. I really do. I should have bought a Chelsea shirt without a sponsor, but I was holding out for that Paramount thing to be true. Because if you remember, They were saying Paramount Plus might have been on Chelsea's kits. They weren't. But I would have bought a jersey with a Paramount sponsor on it. 100%. 100%. Again, I watched the Super Bowl. If we remember where I watched the Super Bowl, it makes a whole lot of sense now, doesn't it? Teams are about to walk out or teams are walking out. But yeah, normally I like sponsorless jerseys. The Intimidator roller coaster got renamed, which is sad. How we doing, Mile High? How we doing, Rafa? How we doing, Connor? Yeah, it was sad, you know. Like I told somebody once when that deal fell through and the Premier League said, "Oh, we have a deal with Peacock in the USA. You can't put Paramount on your kits." A Paramount Plus. I was sad. I told somebody that you'd feel the same way if you thought you heard your club, you heard Liverpool could put Disney Plus on their kits. And then it falls apart and you'd be mad. That's how I feel about the Paramount Plus thing. Also, there was also talk of Nintendo being on Chelsea's kits. So I also would have bought that. That didn't happen either. I want a Paramount more, but Nintendo still would have been pretty cool. Starting 11. Celentano, Powell, Nwobodo, Bupenza, Keller, Halsey, Miazga, Valenzuela, Pinto, Ordonez, and Murphy for Cincinnati. Kubo on the bench, Acosta on the bench, Baird on the bench, Bucha on the bench, Santos on the bench. Okay. Well, I'm glad I waited out to buy my TFC jersey this season. You know why? Richie Larea. I wanted a Coelho. Well, besides, Coelho changed his number anyway, you know. But let's just say Keylor Herrera's the referee tonight. The only way I wouldn't have bought a Coelho jersey this year was if Richie Larea came back. Guess what happened? Richie Larea came back. Good thing I waited. Because, last week, I wanted to buy the jersey. I got pretty busy during the midweek. I'm not going to lie. Or I just didn't get off my ass and do it. Adonai Escobedo is the VAR ref. But worked perfectly because a day later, Richie Larea is like, oh, he's back. It's like, oh, he's back. Vino Barclay, Watson, King, Lang, Calvin, Atkinson, Allen, Ming, Chanel Thomas, Irving, and McCleary for Cavalier. So it's a good thing I waited because I still like Alonso Coelho. One, he changed his number, so I wouldn't even have known about that in the middle of last week. We didn't know he changed his number till the day before the season. So even then, it's still a good thing I waited. But personally, if we got another third kit, which I don't think we will this year, or next year could be Coelho. Who knows? Second half starting for Canada versus Costa Rica as well. So we'll be talking about both because, honestly, this will be boring anyway. I love the way Canada's playing in the Women's Gold Cup. It's awesome. Let's go. Say Hamza. Chelsea have some sort of Saudi pyramid scheme for a shirt sponsor this year. No, Infinite Athlete is some sort of athlete tracking device. Like those, how do I put this? Those things that look like training bras under the player's shirt. That's kind of what Infinite Athlete is. It tracks the player's movements and such. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's just, it's like one of those things. Tubi for this one. FS2 for Nashville. I don't think MLS is going to make sure Miami is screwed. I think they're going to be like, hey, you know what? You may not be roster compliant, but we don't care because you have Lionel Messi. We'll let you get away with it. Really? why would you say I think the person who said Miami is screwed is pissed off because yes, I do believe Miami's breaking the rules, but really, do you think they're going to get Miami, rake them over the coals? Shot missed by Canada. You think they're going to rake them over the coals with Messi? They already got him once. Who's to say they wouldn't break the rules again, but this time they won't rake them over the coals because guess what? They have Messi. You rake them over the coals, guess what? You ruin your cash cow. I guarantee you one of the GMs who said that is pissed off that MLS won't do anything about it, but if that team chose to break the rules, they'd be raked over the coals. And taking away a DP spot, take away GAM. Sour grapes because MLS won't do anything about it. Do I believe that Miami's breaking the rules in some way, shape, or form? Yeah, of course. You'd have to be dumb to think they're not. Let me tell you something. Toronto tries to pull the shit Miami and LAFC are pulling, they'd be raked over the coals. They'd be nuked to oblivion. Wouldn't be hard because we suck anyway, but let's just say we were breaking the rules just to get good again. Toronto tries to break the rules, they'd be nuked to oblivion. We know Don Garber doesn't like us. If we're good, he tolerates us, but he doesn't like us. He's probably glad we're shit again. They'd nuke us to oblivion. LAFC and freaking Miami could get away with it because Garber loves LAFC and Messi's in Miami. And they're both cheating. You think I'm dumb? You think any of us are dumb? Miami and LAFC are obviously cheating. Roster rules. You know they are. I mean, look at 2022. They're cheating. But nobody cares because they're LAFC. Look up, go to the Tubi website, go to the Fox Sports on Tubi channel. It's on there for free. You don't have to sign up, nothing. It's like Pluto TV. There's no link. Just look up Tubi. Go to the Fox Sports on Tubi channel. Go to the Sports on Tubi tab. Watch the game. It's there. It's not hard. 3 minutes in, 0-0. 2-0 for Canada over Costa Rica. My point being is this. There are teams that Don Garber likes. He'll let them do whatever the hell they want. Seattle even has to be careful. You know what? I'll say this. I may not like Seattle, but Seattle's always played around the rules. Even though they've been good, they've always played around the rules. You know why? Because they'd be nuked to oblivion too. They have to play by the rules. I respect it. Seattle's good because they play by the rules. I respect it. I hate Seattle. I hate that they beat us to the punch. No question. But at least they play by the rules. As far as I can tell, Seattle plays by the rules. By the roster rules. I respect it. Portland does too, but Seattle, of course, and Toronto have had this little power struggle for a while. You know, but at least they play by the rules. 3 DPs, some TAM, good U22 players, but it worked. They play by the rules. Because if they did, they'd be nuked to oblivion too. You think Don Garber likes them? It might be CONCACAF's YouTube channel. I don't know where you live. If you live in Jamaica, it's probably Flow Sports. If not, if you're somewhere else, like if you're in the UK, it'd be CONCACAF's YouTube channel. If you're in the USA, it'd be Tubi. Maybe you're in a different position. Maybe you're in the UK. That would be CONCACAF's YouTube channel. Didn't make it too obvious where you were. I understand why not, but true. Jamaica, Flow Sports. UK, CONCACAF's YouTube channel. Flow Sports. Yeah. If you're looking for a stream, then Stream East. They're breaking the rules, but Don doesn't give a crap because he likes Miami and LAFC. Exactly. Cross in. But again, it makes no sense that MLS, like it's rules for thee and not for me. Hell, they did the same thing to LA when Beckham was around. LA always questionably, they either made new rules to help LA, and guess what? LA jumped on those rules quickly. or they were just like the Galaxy, or it was bound to happen. But the funny part is this about LA Galaxy and roster rules. They got hit last year for breaking the rules. See? Once LAFC got on the scene, Garber don't like the Galaxy no more. And technically, Miami got hit before Messi because they were cheating. See, just because Beckham's there don't mean Garber likes you. But when Messi got there, they could break the rules till God comes back. Till the rapture happens. Or at least until Messi leaves. But you get my point. So that just shows you how quick it changes. But I guarantee you, Toronto, like, I'd love to see Don Garber bend over backwards for Toronto. But you know how that would have to happen? Toronto dominates everybody in their path. You know? Go to the Club World Cup and get pretty deep, or just win the damn thing. Win multiple Champions Cups. You'd have to make him bend over backwards for you if you were Toronto. But you know what? Personally, I'd love to see it. And I would freaking... And if I was the manager when that shit went down, I'd be trolling the shit out of him. I'd be like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Kiss my damn feet. Kiss my damn feet. Actually, you know what? I don't want that. But you know what I mean. If I was the manager, I'd be like, yeah, how about you kiss my ass? How about you kiss my ass more? Yeah, that's what exactly. Kiss my ass more. Personally, if he was bent over backwards for Toronto and I was the manager, I'd have that motherfucker under my thumb. I've never liked him anyway. It would feel good to have Garber under my thumb. It would. I never liked him anyway. I mean, Toronto deserved to get respect when we were good the first time, but you know what? Long time coming. I'd have that dude under my thumb. Like Captain Phillips, I'm the captain now. Look at me, I'm the captain now. I told you I was a pirate, asshole. I told you I was a pirate, asshole. I'm the captain now. Boom. How we doing? How we doing? I'm doing good. Crunchwrap Supreme, that sounds nice. They suck, obviously. The Sabres always are going to suck. Until they sell. Cross in, header. Oh, what a save. That might be a penalty. I'm not sure. That might be a penalty. How's Cavalier doing? They haven't gave up anything. They're defending well again. They're defending like rabid dogs again. And Cincinnati look like shit. Again. I don't even really want Cincinnati to look like shit anymore. I'm not going to lie. Because I don't have to worry about them because Toronto just played them. I'm sure they'll be better by May. I'm sure Toronto will be better by May. And we're playing at home. But I mean, if they suck by May, that would be great. 55th minute. That'd be great. Evelyn Vienne coming on for Canada. See, the Canada game is so much better. Just like last week. Even though they're winning 2-0, it's still better. Huh. I can't believe Cincinnati fell off so hard. I mean, I'm not complaining, considering it benefited me. You know, I'm not complaining. But, I mean, it's still going through, but I'm not complaining. Good. Hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good day. Probably. I mean, San Diego. Yeah, he's going to try to get San Diego to win. Besides, isn't there some sort of Qatari connection there that he kind of has to? Like he kind of has to, or for his own sake. Sell the team. Sell the team. Cross in. Header. Canada 3. Canada with a header. They get 3. Zadorsky. U.S. women's national team got a spanking. I know. And Canada's #1 seed in the Gold Cup because of it. So I'm not complaining at all. It works both ways. Playing forward. Cincinnati. Oh, good clearance. Or playing forward was Cavalier, but Cincinnati with a good clearance. Pinto, yellow card. Yellow card for Calvin. I mean, that's a little bit okay. I mean, why would it be him? I didn't see no dog so there, but why would it be him? Oh, but he tackled Pintos. He was passing the ball away. He got the ball. Soft. That was SAWFT. Soft. If USA-based teams don't win silverware because they don't enter Open Cup, they have themselves to blame. That is true. But the teams in the it sounds to me like the teams in the Champions Cup, I may have read this wrong, aren't going to be in there. But they're going to send MLS Next Pro teams. Now, here's the thing, but there will be some MLS teams, so this probably won't happen. But I would like to see an MLS Next Pro team win the whole thing just to see what happens with a CONCACAF Champions Cup spot. Part of me feels that some organizations will either send down their #1 players to the 2 team if the 2 team is in the tournament, or they'll steal the spot from the 2s. Say the organization won and have it both ways, even if they weren't in the tournament. To which I say, you can't have it both ways. You didn't join the tournament. Your 2s did. You can't have it both ways. Either playing your best players on the 2s so you actually have a chance to win for the organization, or stealing it from the 2s. Can't have it both ways. If you want it, play the damn tournament. I feel like we need something like that to happen to make USA teams be like, oh, we probably should play the Open Cup, even if it's too much for us. Yeah, but let's remember that most of the time the USSF is gotten by the balls. The MLS has the USSF by the balls. We know this by now. Most of the time. The fact that the USSF didn't let the MLS walk all over them and just say, hey, we're putting all our pro teams in there, we're pulling out. That was a shock, to be honest. But still, the MLS mostly gets what they want in a, whatever it's called, a compromise. What time of the game? It's 14:29, 0-0. I'd rather win a regional tournament than the useless Open Cup. Tournament's dying and there's no FIFA regulations saying the top division clubs have to play it, so I say let the USL teams play. Don't let any other MLS fans hear you say that. They're going to eat you alive. I'm not, but they are. Like, a lot of MLS fans who are really going for this, like trying to defend this tournament, they're going to eat you alive. I wouldn't say it. Or maybe you already have and they've already eaten you alive. I don't know. And if they have, what have they called you? They'll call you a bootlicker and eat you alive. Like, yeah, there's no FIFA rules to force sanctioning by not playing, or pull sanctioning by not playing an Open Cup. That is true. I would take it on the chin if you support Open Cup, then go sell to MLS Stadium when your club hosts. It's always empty when MLS clubs host the early rounds. I mean, I agree with that. You're not wrong. Shot blocked away. You're not wrong. But you're not wrong, but still, I understand both sides. I think the Cup, I agree with you that if you're a Cup hardliner, sell out a damn MLS stadium when your team plays instead of having like 500 people there. I agree. But the Open Cup should still be there and not be killed because MLS chooses greed over tradition, you know? Both people could be right. Both sides could be right. Yes, the fans should sell out an Open Cup stadium, an MLS stadium for Open Cup, or wherever the hell. Like if Red Bull chooses to play at MCU or whatever the hell, sell that out. I mean, hell, they have to play at smaller stadiums in early rounds anyway because, hey, they know it won't sell out their main stadium, Seattle. They still can't sell out Starfire. Red Bull still can't sell out whatever the freaking college park they use. Atlanta can't sell out Kennesaw. You have a point. If you're taking a secondary stadium for those early games when you host and you still can't sell them out, oh, and by the way, I've seen Atlanta sell out Kennesaw. Have you heard of the CONCACAF Champions League round of 16? Whenever they do that stupid auto show, monster truck, they have to play at Kennesaw, right? They sell that damn thing out. I've seen you sell out Kennesaw before, Atlanta. I know you can do it. Go. Cincinnati playing forward. Playing forward. It's still 0-0 as far as I can tell, but I'm behind on Tubi because Tubi's a little bit behind. 18th minute. Here it is. Miazga. Tubi must be a bit behind. I don't know how that's possible. Cross in, blocked away. Pinto. Give and go. Ordonez. Plays on. Gives away. Plays on. Cross in. Pinto. I'm either really behind or plays on. Halsey. Shot. Goal. There it is. The goal for Elvis Powell. Yeah, I guess Tubi's really behind. Hold on. Let me, I think the best you could do to get it closer is change the channel and change it back. No, we're just really behind. Elvis Powell scores in the 19th minute. Open goal and slots it in. Jamaican scores on the Jamaicans. Ain't that ironic? Like Alanis Morissette. Ain't that ironic? I hope somebody got that reference. My Canadians better have gotten that reference because Alanis Morissette is Canadian. '18th. We'll go with 19th minute. I'm not doing the RSR for this one anyway. It's Nashville. 1-0. 3-0 on aggregate. Oh, there we go. Elvis Powell with a goal. 1-0. Canada 3-0 in the W Gold Cup. Ironically, less than 5 minutes ago, I found out Chicago, Croatia lost 3 times in the U.S. Cup final. Last time in 1984. You know what? It's crazy to see like the history of the Open Cup pre-MLS because of how long it's went. There are a lot of St. Louis area teams that have won the Open Cup. VAR, yeah, they're checking. At least these VAR calls don't take as long as I know VAR. I see him just standing there. I know what he's doing. Hey, at least these VAR calls don't take as long as the scabs do. Not all English top flat teams sell out for lower tier sides of the FA or League Cup. So what? Play the games, play your best, and get on with it. That's true. Yeah, you don't see the English complain about it or Italians for Coppa Italia. That is true. But with a league like the MLS where there's no promotion relegation because you don't want to lose the money your team has in the league, well, of course they're going to complain about not selling tickets. I don't know why but I mean, yeah, I get it. Not you saying, yeah, that's true. Of course, the owners are going to complain about it because, I think so, yes. Yes, I agree. I think there should be. I think it also would help. I like that idea. I think it would also help if the Open Cup games are on the weekend and the Canadian Cup games were played on that same weekend. Because if you're playing Open Cup games in the midweek, guess what? If it ain't somebody worth a damn, nobody will go because guess what? When the tournament starts, it's school nights. Oh, and most sickos in this league, fans of the league who would go to games, I wouldn't say. They still have jobs, and regular people still have jobs. The difference between the sickos and the people who have jobs is they'll still go to the game because they love their team and they love the sport way more than some casual. Casuals ain't going to freaking worry about missing work or having a horrible morning because they want to go to an Open Cup game on a Wednesday night. Goals confirmed. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. So, yes, I think you're right. Every month, there should be a weekend where the MLS games are played on a Wednesday. You can still do the double. Wednesday, you play the MLS games. You would play on the weekend. Then on the weekend, you play the Open Cup and Canadian Cup games. Yes. I think that would help. I really do think that would help. Do it like England. Play the games on a weekend. You'll have more bodies there. I'm not saying it'd sell out when DC plays Flower City Union, but here's a chance, cleared. But you'll probably have more bodies at Audi Field if you were to play on the weekend. Or Toronto, bad example, but even Toronto wouldn't sell out BMO Field against Simcoe County Rovers on a midweek. I know this. Would there be a lot of people in the South End? For sure. The rest of that stadium? No. There'd still be people here and there. Now we're pretty used to seeing a half-filled BMO Field thanks to Bill Manning, but everybody in the South End would be there. I know that for sure. Or 75% full, let's be honest. A midweek game against Simcoe County, South End would be 75 plus fill. Probably closer to 80 or 90, maybe 100. The rest of that stadium, no. Play on the weekend, it might be a bit more full on the other three sides. Of course, there'd be a away section filled with Simcoe fans, but you get my point. Wouldn't be hard because still Ontario, but I'm just using that as an example. It is a goal, still 1-0. Cavalier they're done. 2 away goals, 1 at home. It's done. Yeah, I agree with that. CR7's the GOAT. Oh, Marcos is back. Messi's not even playing today. Come on now. Cross in. Header. Bupenza saved. Haha, Bupenza can't even score a header. I think they're screwed. I hate to tell you, but Bupenza sucks. Well, yeah, he's always sucked. Like, you know what was funny, though? Like, Bupenza had that little heater in the playoffs. People were like, maybe he'll fit. No. I also heard he's got some really bad disciplinary problems. He doesn't have a good head on his shoulders, but, that doesn't really surprise. DP player. Doesn't really have a name. Sucks playing on the pitch. Got paid a lot of money to come to a team who was desperate for a striker. He knows he has a team by the balls because Corey Baird is only good in Houston. Yeah, figures. He knows he's got him by the balls. He doesn't have to try. Point is, Bupenza knows he's got him by the balls. They got Corey Baird for that reason. Guess what? Corey Baird doesn't fit in this system. Little did you know. He only fits in the Houston system. So Cincinnati went and played themselves just because he scored 12 goals last year? Somewhere around there. '26 minute. Toronto sports fans play the We the North card, but are really American sport lovers. Yeah, they only really care when the teams are good. You know what? I have to admit, I think Toronto sports fans, most of them only care about the Toronto teams when they're good. Now that TFC sucks, you don't hear anybody but TFC fans talk about TFC. Everybody was on that TFC wagon in 2017 and 2018 and 2019 and when they were good. Now it's just the TFC diehards to talk about TFC. When the Argos are at the Grey Cup, you see a damn big parade. When the Argos suck, you don't hear a peep. Which, Oh, and by the way, when the Argos suck, BMO Field only got 10 people in there for the Argos. But when the Argos are near undefeated and look like they're having the best season in CFL history, their attendances were a bit better. Still not more than 65% full. But still better than 10 people. I say that I like the Argos. So, but I know the truth. Raptors. Look at them. Everybody was hot for the Raptors when the Raptors won the NBA Finals and had a chance to run it back and maybe could have ran it back. Now that they're rebuilding, nobody cares. Leafs. Have you seen a Leafs game crowd? It's full of suits. It's quiet. There are more vocal Leafs fans at home than at the stadium, at the arena. Because they priced them out. And besides, honestly, the loudest I ever heard Air Canada Center for the Leafs was when it was that Game 7 against Montreal and they brought in the healthcare professionals because they were actually real fans. And they let 500 of them sit there. Was it 25? Either way, that was the loudest I heard. It was only 500. It was barely anybody in that stadium, and it was still louder than most Leafs games. Because guess what? Those healthcare professionals were real fans. They weren't suits. And they still, by the way, the Leafs still laid an egg, but it still was louder. Just tells you exactly how bad it is. I used to go to Toronto Lynx games 20 years ago. They would have 200 fans. Montreal would get 10,000. Yeah, I could see it. I think I put him too high on my predictions. 29th minute. But I could see it. Just like the Blue Jackets arena. The arena's full of away fans and nobody outside of diehard fans talk about them because they suck and have sucked for a long time. Sometimes of their doing, sometimes not. But damn, did you see that video Urinating Tree just put out about the Blue Jackets? Yeah. 75th minute, 3-0 Canada. Yep. I know, I just watched it last night. I like Tree, so I watched it. And yes, he had a number to say about Mike Babcock, which, that was yep. Why the Blue Jackets thought it was a good idea to hire Babs, I don't know. That was pretty stupid. Cross in. And we all know Mike Commodore was pissing on Babs's figurative grave. or the grave of his career. Which, I'm not going to say that was wrong. He did that with the Red Wings. Anybody could have won a cup with those Red Wings teams. With Shanahan, Zerman, anybody could have won a cup with those teams. Anybody. A hobo off the street could have won a cup with those Red Wings teams. Seriously. Babs ain't a good coach. Like, oh, look at the Leafs. Look at those Leafs teams he coached. They didn't have any playoff. They didn't have any bottle in the playoffs. Wasn't Babs supposed to give it to him? Hell, he was the reason they lost those series later on. You didn't see the 2019 Game 7 against the Bruins? Threw Marlowe out there when he pulled out the blender? I knew we were screwed when he did that. They should have fired him after that series, but no, they let him go another 2 months of games. But then Sheldon came in, and, well, Sheldon hadn't really done anything either, but at least he had a 7-game winning streak. He might have just saved his job with that. Cincinnati goal, 32nd minute. Let's see how it went. I'm surprised nobody did. I'm surprised nobody did. I mean, what he did to Modano? Corner for Cincinnati. Cross in. Header, Bupenza, save. I was like, a header by Bupenza is a wonder strike? You're out of your mind. Well, for him, it might be. Playing back. Celentano, Miazga, Keller. Mr. gave it away to St. Louis last year. Keller plays on. I'm a bit behind. Keller plays it on. Bupenza. Bupenza! Golazo! 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 Goal! Cincinnati! Aaron Bupenza! Well, damn, I didn't know he had that in his bag. 34th minute. Well, good for him. I didn't know he had that in his bag, but you know what? I'll tip the hat. Screw it. That was good. What a shot by Bupenza. Now, if you do that every game, people wouldn't be mad about you. People wouldn't shit talk you. Do that every game. Do that every game. You should do that every game. 10 minutes ago in Canada, Costa Rica, 3-0 Canada in the W Gold Cup. 34th minute, Bupenza. 2-0 on the night. 4-0 on aggregate. Cavalier done. So is John Herdman going to manage Lorenzo like a Ferrari? By Insigne only playing limited roles in TFC road games now? Yeah. But hey, if he plays his best, only playing 60 minutes, you know what? Sure. He should have, let's be honest, a lot of the games that he played 90 minutes in, he shouldn't have played 90 minutes in. You could tell when shit was going south by like the 60th minute, he started slumping. Let's be honest. Maybe he is only a 60-minute player. Besides, they also have Cassius Malula, who could play the wing if need be, and DeAndre Kerr, who still might just be better than Lorenzo Insigne. You know what? Either he feels a fire under his ass, like if it's 60 minutes he hadn't got a goal or hadn't done anything really good, and he starts letting his gas tank run out and he's slumping, maybe you pull him. If he's playing better, maybe you let him go longer. Point being is he only earns 60 minutes. If he earns anything more, he's given 60 minutes, unless he gets hurt. If he earns anything more, he earns 90 or earns anything more. That's my opinion. I think it's right. Because if everything's going well for him and he's in a groove, yeah, let him play 90 minutes. He'll play 90 minutes for you. 60 minutes, he's like a 60-minute free trial of a video game you need to download and buy. You know? You play a game for 60 minutes, say you like it, you get close to the end of a level, and then it craps out on you and you have to buy it. You remember those? Am I the only one? Like, you got a demo of a game, like in the mail, like a computer game, and you got to play it for 60 minutes, and then if you wanted to play any more of it, you had to buy the game from either GameStop or Best Buy or whatever the hell. You remember those? Yeah, that's Insigne. He's that demo disc. He's that demo disc. He's that. That's what he is. What channel's his game on? Outside of the USA, CONCACAF's YouTube channel. Tubi in the USA, Fox Sports on Tubi. As I said, in Jamaica, Flow Sports. Get Cabecita or Henry Martin. Sadly enough, Cabecita's going to Portland, so that's out. Personally, you know what I want? Get rid of Insigne, send him to Saudi, buy Josh Navarro from Alajuelense. And let Josh Navarro, DeAndre Kerr, and Cassius Malula battery the right wing spot. Or battery that wing spot. So if we need more goal scoring touch, we either go Kerr or Navarro. If we need more pace and crossing, we go Malula. Works for me. Works for me. I think that's what we should do. And also with Kerr and Navarro, if one of them get hurt, you have the other. Which, knowing Toronto and their injury situations, you know it's possible. Some dude's going to get hurt and be out for a while. So having a 3 battery platoon, I think it works. I guess one's going to sub on after 60 minutes anyway. That's the way I would do it. But it was a nice run. I was happy the Blues won a title. And even better, they won it against the Bruins. That felt good. Kevin De Bruyne to MLS over Saudi. I could see it. If that feels right, Kevin De Bruyne to MLS over Saudi. I think he'd be an MLS dude. I would say Columbus wins. Yeah, Minnesota might have had a good win on the weekend, but I still don't trust them. Columbus wins 3-1. I say Timu Pukki finds a goal, but Columbus finds 3. Rossi scores 1, assists Cucho once. And I say cross in, header. I say Cucho twice. Rossi once, Rossi with assist as well. In the USA, it's on Fox Sports on Tubi. In Canada, it's probably on CONCACAF's YouTube channel. Or you could VPN Tubi and watch off Tubi as well. I don't have a VPN, so I don't have much to say about that. And I also don't have a VPN sponsor. So, again, I don't have much to say about that. Shot save. De Bruyne will get 3 assists versus Miami in a sold-out Yankees Stadium. Yeah, seeing De Bruyne rip apart Sergio Busquets would honestly be cinema. That would honestly be cinema. I'm not going to lie. That would honestly be cinema. I'm not going to lie. It'd be interesting. Fine art. 40th minute. Canada, 85th minute. The Canada-Costa Rica CONCACAF W game, 3-0. No problem. Saved by Barclay. So once this has a final whistle blown, then I'll take my break for halftime here. How about that? Even though Canada's winning 3-0. But still, again, CONCACAF, anything could happen. New York doesn't need a new stadium. They need to build houses. No, they need to build a stadium for NYCFC. Because you want them to play at a baseball stadium for the rest of the time? Willets Point looks awesome. I don't know about you, but Willets Point looks awesome. Besides, while around Willets Point, they're going to build housing. Like part of their ballpark village type of layout past Willets Point, they're going to build housing there, affordable housing. At least that's what Daniel told me. So that's actually smart. Instead of just apartment buildings for rich people, they're going to build affordable housing right next to Willets Point. So you know what? I like that. As part of their ballpark village-esque, thing. I only say ballpark village because, well, what's 15 minutes away from me? Like if I was in Atlanta, I'd call it the Battery. If I was in, I just call it ballpark village because you know what? Well, like that area of stuff outside of a stadium, but near it. To be honest, the Cardinals did it first with Bush too. At least planned to. Like nobody did ballpark villages until the Cardinals did it, in any sport. The Cardinals did it first, just so you know. It took them a while to get it open, but they did it first. Like I remember walking around Ballpark Village when it was a freaking makeshift parking garage. I remember walking around Ballpark Village when it was damn near like 75% finished at the 2013 World Series. Yes, I went to a 2013 World Series game. Game 3. Obstruction call. The obstruction call. The one the Cardinals won. I went to a World Series game before, yes. Cardinals, Red Sox. The obstruction call. I still have like a throwback hip shot vlog of an old iPod of it. Maybe during like the off season, maybe I'll post like some throwback stuff, that I have. I don't know. We'll see. Like really old throwback stuff I have. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I have like old hip shot vlog of like that game 3 of the World Series in 2013. But I remember being around that Ballpark Village when it was like 75% finished. So, I mean, I've seen that thing grow. Suffice the point. 88th minute. Hinestroza and Ramirez on Saturday as well. Yeah, I agree with that. I can see Jason Russell Rose scoring if he plays. Or Hinestroza. That's what I was trying to get out of my brain. See the Modric goal on Sunday? No, I didn't. I didn't. I missed it. 44th minute. Miami are interested in Luka Modric. They're breaking the rules. How the hell could they afford Luka Modric, Sergio Busquets, Messi, Suarez, Redondo? About to leave for the Nashville game. Nice. Hopefully you enjoy it. Geodis Park seems awesome too. I'd love to go. I'd love to go to Geodis Park. I went to a Nashville-Toronto game when they were still at Nissan, but I'd love to go to Geodis Park. Looks awesome. 44th minute. Miami FFP, please. Miami's cheating harder than Man City did. I don't know if I'm trolling or not when I say that, but, whatever. 44th minute. 2 minutes of stoppage time here in the Canada game. Canada looks like they're about to be number 1 seed in the W Gold Cup. Thank you, Mexico. Two minutes of stoppage time in the first half here as well. So about 45 seconds after this gets blown, we got half. Miami's cooking up a mean retirement home if they get Modric as well, but they're breaking the rules. They're breaking the roster rules, and Weeby won't say shit. You know what's worse? Andrew Weeby won't say a word, and he's the savant of all these rules. I mean, I understand the roster rules, but that man is a freaking PhD in rocket science. I can explain the roster rules, but not as good as him. He knows every in and out, wrinkle, like every fat roll of those rules. He knows everything. He knows where the freaking lint is in those rules. He knows how to give those rules a sponge bath. Me, on the other hand. Point being, if somebody call out Miami for cheating, and I personally think it should be Andrew Weeby. He can tell you exactly where they're screwing up. Don't tell us they're playing by the rules. 2 minutes, full time. Full time, down in the W Gold Cup for Canada, 3-0. That's a win. 9 points. Halftime there. It's about to be halftime over here. There we go. I don't know why this is so behind. Yeah, but still. They're still under the salary budget. They're compliant, my ass. Compliant because you let them be, not because they're following the rules. 2 minutes, cross in, header. Or will they blow the whistle? Again, this is behind. Halftime, 2-0 Cincinnati at the half. 4-0 on aggregate. Disappointed with Cavalier. Me too. I would say if you let them play each other right now, yes. If it's the final, which I don't think Robin Hood would, I don't think that'll happen. But let's just say the world explodes and in theory, and we have a final between Robin Hood and Cincinnati in June, I'm not sure. It's a one-legged final. Depends on where it is, but I think Cincinnati will be better by June. I don't know how much better. I'm not going to say they'll be perfect, but I would think, I would think. You would think. They're playing like this, yeah. June, I'm not sure. Well, that means that we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight. 2-0 at the half, 4-0 on aggregate. Cincinnati walking through. Take a short break. Be back. Sit tight. We're back for the stats at the half. I'm happy for him. Jelly Roll's awesome. Good dude. I like his music. I like Jelly Roll. Good dude. Happy for him. Stats at the half. 71% possession and 29% possession. 16 shots to 0. 8 shots on target to 0. We got 357 accurate passes, 90% to 108, 70%. 4 fouls to 2. 4 corners to 2. 16 shots to 0. 8 shots on goal to 0. We got 398 passes to 154. 90% pass accuracy to 70. 1 offside to 1. 6 throws to 6. 0 yellow cards to 1. 0 red cards to 0. And we got 2-0 at the half, 4-0 on aggregate. Cincinnati is the better team. They're just the better team. Dominantly, having more chances on net. Cavalier played like dogs or defended like dogs a little bit like they did the first leg. But, yeah, just wasn't the same here. Cincinnati's basically slapping them here, but it's in Cincinnati Stadium, so what would you sort of expect, you know? I'm not too mad with the situation, so we'll see. But with that being said, I have another 45 minutes to go, and we'll watch the rest of this game, and then we'll keep going in Champions Cup later, a little bit later, 8:15, so around 8:10 is when we'll go live for it, but I'll be live for National Mocha, and I will also review that match. And Hani Mukhtar might just miss, but we'll see what happens with the starting 11s. Of course, Nashville is on FS2, so this is the only one on Tubi. O'Shane Nation's the referee there. Of course, tomorrow as well, we'll be live for New England Independiente. And we'll review that tomorrow. So there's only one to review tomorrow. There's only one to be live for and one to review tomorrow, and that's New England versus Independiente. And I'll be wearing a Patriots jersey tomorrow because what else should I do? Even though I want Independiente to win and pull it off, I will be wearing a Patriots jersey. Did Kubo not start? Yeah, he's on the bench. I will definitely be wearing a Patriots jersey tomorrow. I just don't know which one. So, but I agree with that. I do have a good feeling about TFC this year. You know what? Actually, I'm going to let y'all pick. Screw it. Hold on. TFC could have won. They could have this weekend. Let me see if that still fits. 5 seconds. Still got some time at the half. Who cares? Go well, but I don't know. Wait. There we go. This one. Should I? This one. Throwback. What are we thinking? Throwback. Still fits. Doesn't look too bad. See, it's been worn a good bit. Got this in freaking like 2012. It still fits. It's a youth large and it still fits. A little bit short, but hey. Well, not a little bit short. It still fits. Still gets in my pockets, but still. Maybe I'll wear this throwback. I don't know. What do we think? I'm thinking between this or the Bledsoe. It still fits. That's good. Or the Bledsoe throwback. Either way. Oh, no, we'll see. Or should it be one of these three? Should be one of these three. Current home. Old home. Or Bledsoe. What do we think? I think we're either going to go with the red throwback or the Bledsoe. But you know what? Second half's about to start. Which one should I wear tomorrow? Red throwback, current home, Brady era home, or the Bledsoe jersey? Which one? Just comment. There we go. Second half's about to start. Brady era one. I'm not getting much help here. Because if it's like 1 versus 1, so we got one for the throwback. The red throwback. I got one for Bledsoe and one for the Brady era. Random Gamer said looks nice. So I'm going to take that as a vote for the throwback. Second half about to start. Jimenez is on for Cincinnati. Playing forward and we're off. Thoughts on the U.S. women's national team losing to Mexico? For me, I was literally shocked, but kudos to Mexico. Again, better. USA looked lost like deer in headlights. Same thing you said, pretty much. I was shocked, but kudos to Mexico. They're playing really well and they're getting better. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I thought. How things going? 3-0 or not 3-0? 2-0 Cincinnati. Could have been 3. 4-0 in aggregate. Really just waiting for this one to end. I'm not going to lie. Even though Nashville's 3-0, that's still we'll see how that goes. Still could be interesting. They probably won't have Hani Mukhtar. Who knows? Two and a half more round 1 games. And then next week, we have the round of 16. Roman Celentano. Halsey. Murphy's been on. Jimenez is on. Agado is on. Ordonez and Bupenza. Messi's going to score against Nashville again. Probably. Barclay, Lang, Ming, King. Thompson is on. Watson, Allen, McCleary. What's the score, mate? 2-0 Cincinnati. 4-0 on aggregate. Great Scott. 1.21 gigawatts. Great Scott. 1.21 gigawatts. Get into DeLorean. Get in the DeLorean. There's GG's then, so is the Nashville game, pretty much. Jamaican flags in the chat. Tactical's fuming right now because today in the FA Cup, Forrest played Man United. Gio only got 1 minute. Matt Turner played. He did okay. Mexico USA women's highlights have 880K views. Huh, interesting. Hopefully the knockout rounds USA can wake up, because if they don't, Colombia or Brazil might just be a problem for the USA, because now it's going to be tough as nails in the knockout rounds. Personally, I want a Canada-USA semifinal, and I think Canada could win. This Cavalier shit show, they ain't playing good today, no. But you know what? I want a Canada-USA semifinal. I don't want to beat the CONMEBOL. Well, I want to beat the CONMEBOL teams, but I want to beat the USA on our way to winning the Cup. Even Sergio Busquets admits Marky Delgado shouldn't have been sent off. Oh, wow. Plays in. Ordonez. It's cleared. Second leg from the Channel Women's Football highlights. I mean, I'm sure. Playing forward. Pinto. He's looked pretty good, I got to say. Pinto has probably been one of the bright spots for Cincinnati over the past 3 games. Miazga's the guy who gestured short. Mexican, right? Does he suck or is he good? I mean, Miazga's a good center back for an MLS level. Other than that, no. Women's Football Highlights channel has Canada versus Costa Rica highlights already. I'm not surprised. Keeper that looks like Drake Calendar, also known as Robert Sanchez, returns. He doesn't have a clean sheet like Petrovic, who's far better. I agree with that. I mean, Petrovic is better. Like, I'm surprised how good Petrovic is. Like, and how good he's done in the Prem. Like, I knew he could do well. I didn't think he would do this well this quickly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 52nd minute. What's TFC's next game? Sunday against New England at 1 o'clock. It's an afternoon game. So, hey, everything will be done by like 4 o'clock. That's the good news. Throw in. I get to just watch and then chill. That'd be nice. Philly versus Saprissa game was crazy. Deportivo Saprissa almost scored, but they hit the crossbar. Could have almost went to penalties. Petrovic's former club. Exactly. Things all string together. I think Toronto could actually beat New England, you know? I have a feeling. I need to see how the second leg tomorrow goes. But again, it's funny how on the last 2 Thursdays I've sat here rooting for the team playing against the team Toronto was going to play against on the weekend. Not because I hate Cincinnati, but because, you know, I needed to see a close game so I could have some hope. Same thing tomorrow. Also, I want Independiente to win, which they still could. A 1-0 win means they go to extra time. They can do it. I mean, they sold all their players that were really good from the Central American Cup run, but still, I think they could do it. Plays down. I still think the Revs are a joke. Side netting. Since he was a shit show against TFC. I agree. Playing forward, 56th minute or 55th minute. Playing forward, 56th minute. Mudryk now he scored today because Christopher's injured. He's so lucky. Hey, good for him. At least he scored. Playing forward, Powell and Bupenza with the 2 goals in the first half. Waiting to see what happens the rest of this half, but really it's sort of boring. Let's see what the Cincinnati fans have to say. Jimenez, Foster, Agato. The 3 subs there. Thompson for Cavalier. Miazga, Murphy, and Wobodo were all for Cincinnati. Irving was all for Cavalier. So Cincinnati has 2 subs left with 2 windows pretty much. Cavalier has 4 with 3 windows. You don't need 3 windows when you only have 2 subs. Shot! Save by Barclay. 60th minute. Getting closer to the 60th minute. Monterey versus Cincinnati looks like the tie for next round. Which I think Monterey will rip them to shreds, so Cavaliers score here? Probably not. Not that it matters. They're down 4-0 on aggregate, but hey, if they could score a goal, that would make them feel better, I bet. It's one of those things. Here's a funny comment from the Reddit thread. I don't think we were sickos from watching this game from the start, but I definitely think anyone who's continuing to watch it has some sort of serious issue. Please don't ask me if I changed the channel or not. You're right. So Monterey is about to play Cincinnati in the round of 16, if I remember the draw, yes. I just said that, but yes. 59th minute. '60th minute. I think we'd all love to see Brandon Vasquez scoring against Cincinnati, and the home fans would be gutted. I don't know. I don't know how Brandon Vasquez is going to handle scoring in Cincinnati against Cincinnati. I don't know if he's going to. I feel like Brandon Vasquez won't celebrate scoring against Cincinnati, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does celebrate it. Like, have you seen players score against their former club and they either choose to celebrate or not celebrate? Like, they just get mobbed by their teammates when they choose not to celebrate and the teammates are going crazier than them. Like, I get it. It's not weird, but, 60th minute. Like, that's kind of crazy to see, like, teammates be more hyped about your goal than the other. Like, to me, I'd be like, hey, if a dude we used to have scored, or a dude that we had used to scored against what used to be his own club, don't celebrate. Don't mob him. He probably don't want to celebrate. Now, if he's celebrating like they did him wrong and he's celebrating, go ahead, celebrate with him, but stay away from him. If he's doing like that Calma thing and all that, stay away from him. Don't mob him like it's the World Series. I find that tacky. It's like saying, yeah, your guy. It's poor. It's sort of like the team saying, yeah, your guy, your former guy might not celebrate because he scored against you, but we all know the chisme. We all know the juicy details. So it sort of seems like a FU, but a third-party FU. You know what I'm saying? who penses off for Sergio Santos. Like, to me, it's like, I will fine your ass. If I was a manager, I'd be like, I will fine your ass if you freaking crowd the player who scored against his former team. Like, I will legit fine your ass. This ain't no World Series championship. But what if it's MLS Cup? Well, so be it. Don't celebrate. You can celebrate when the final whistle's blown. Or celebrate when we score a second goal. Either way. Watson off for Cadet. Cavalier also made a second sub. Robinson on for McCleary. That's their third sub. Yeah, it felt like a loss for him. Honestly, I hate it. What Wendy's is doing is just wrong. The surge pricing. It sucks. It legitimately sucks. You see the Duke guy got hurt after storming the field. Wasn't it? Oh, Purdue beat Duke. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, storming the court, I mean, college games have people storming the field. It is what it is. If you want to take away field storming and court storming, you don't understand college sports. Like, yeah, somebody, like, hurting a player, that's not great. But I need to see why he got hurt. Like, if they were, like, targeting him or if he just ended up getting hurt, getting caught up in the crossfire. There's a difference. Thoughts on Mudryk to TFC? Hell no. I'd rather have Insigne than Mudryk. Like, at least Insigne had good years in his career. Mudryk is an egotistical player who hasn't ever had a good year in his career in an actual good league. And MLS is better than the Ukrainian league. So, yeah, no. I would rather have Insigne. At least I know there could be something pulled out of Insigne if he plays well. Mudryk, I don't think so. Because, again, MLS is better than the Ukrainian league. '64th minute cross in. I thought he played well last weekend, to be honest. I thought he played well. Cross in. Cincinnati just trying to see this one out. Still 2-0, shot over the bar. Playing forward. Thoughts on Spain's women's soccer winning team or women's soccer winning the Nations League? I'm not surprised. That's exactly what they were going to do. FC Cincinnati is the best in MLS. They won the Shield, but they're not the best. Not right now. Penalty! No, it's a goal kick. My bad. I thought he was going to blow the whistle for a penalty. That Spanish team is a machine. Yeah, I'm not too... that was not what I meant to do, but ironically enough, maybe. That was never meant to happen. It just happened that way. When that freaking drawer was built, it was built in 2005. I was not thinking about a Mexican flag. I just put the drawers in the order that I wanted to. Now, I don't know why I put blue on the bottom and green third, but you know what? They're checking for a possible penalty. Yeah, I think that's about right. I think that was close. That was close. But yeah, I'm not interested. I'm not ready to see Spain play Canada. Like, if Spain plays Canada at the Olympics, we're going to get curb stomped. Simple. Like, I don't care what you say, they're getting curb stomped. Simple. I think it's a pen, to be completely honest. They're going to VAR for penalty. I think it's a pen. 68th minute. Let's remember I'm just a bit behind. I don't know why Tubi is so behind, you know? Yeah, I think it's a pen. Now I'm just behind. Tubi's behind for some reason. Spanish teams well balanced are playing great football. They roll teams over. Their depth is absolutely incredible. I agree. I'm also a big fan of Olga Carmona. I think she's an amazing player. Like, Olga is just, wow. She's amazing. She's an amazing player. Is this game rigged? No, that was a penalty. Penalty for Cincinnati. Penalty for Cincinnati. I don't know why Tubi is so behind, but we'll see how it is taken. And it's going to be penalty. Ordonez? Ordonez taking the penalty. They're going to let a young player take the penalty. The guy who earned it take the penalty. Yeah, I can see why it went badly. Well, no, they put on Sergio Santos. Ordonez takes. Save by Barclay. That'll be cleared. My God, that was horrible. 69th minute. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. If Miz and Truth win the titles. Throw in. Now, I think they're talking about another goal. I told you, Tubi's behind like a mug. Like, it's like a minute behind or something. Throw in for Cincinnati in the 70th minute. They scored after keeping the ball on their own end, or their offensive end. Cross in. Pinto. Pinto plays up. Still. Cross in. Header. Barclay saves. 70th minute. Pinto for defending. 70-30. Cross in. Shot. Goal. And it's off the hands and in. 3-0 Cincinnati. 5 on aggregate. And it's Foster. It is Isaiah Foster scoring the goal for Cincinnati. $3-0, 5-0 on aggregate. What's your team in the MLS? Toronto FC. And the starting 11s for Nashville is out. Elliott, Daniel Lovitz, Brent Coleman, Josh Bauer, Walker Zimmerman, Alex Maweel, Anibal Godoy, Brian Anunga, Mackenzie Gaines, Jacob Schaffelberg. So they're rotating big. Chanel Thomas, because we need a striker. I don't know if it will work out, but at least he's a striker. We need a striker. Chanel Thomas. We have a goalkeeper, so no Vino Barclay. We need a striker. Chanel Thomas. Simple. So, yeah, Nashville's rotating. I mean, they have a 3-0 lead, so I think they're pretty safe. But let's see if Mukhtar's even on the bench. They're not even going to risk it. Nope. They're not even going to risk it. He's not even on the bench. I think it's Cabecita, yeah. But Bertarame wouldn't be bad either. 73rd minute. Cleared. So Nashville's going to just totally rotate. 73rd minute, 83rd would be 7:40. 93rd would be 7:50. Yeah, we got time. Luciano Acosta will be coming on in this game. Why would you do that? Why would you put him on? It's over. Kip Keller is off for Luciano Acosta for the last 17 minutes of this game. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? There's no reason to put him on. If he gets hurt, it's your fault. Everybody's used their subs. You don't have to use all 5 subs. Russell and Frazier coming on for Cavalier. You don't have to use all your subs. Just because you have 5 doesn't mean you have to use them, McFly. Let's see who else is on the bench. I don't know. Corey Barrett, Oriano, Bucha, Kubo, Robinson. Loro's a keeper. Guessing. Well, if you put somebody on, Russell for Thomas. I mean, if you put somebody on, it would have to be somebody worth a damn. Might as well put on your MVP. I hope he doesn't get hurt. It would suck if he got hurt. Shot! Cleared. That's a very nice MVP you got there. It would be a shame if something were to happen to him. Some people are fuming, especially Newcastle fans. They're saying the FA Cup draws are rigged, especially helping big teams at home. There's 8 teams left. The draw is probably going to suck. I'm sorry. If you're at the final 8, the draw is probably going to be a tough draw. Okay? Hope somebody got the Minecraft reference I just made. Goal, playing forward. 76th minute. Cross in. Header past the post. 4-0, 6-0. Jesus H. Christ. Plays in 77th minute. Let's see. Cross in. Header. Nope. Looks like the defense is collapsing. They've been collapsing 90% of this game. They only played good defense for like 10 minutes. '77th minute, playing forward. Valenzuela. Playing forward. Valenzuela. Solo run. Smashes it in. Girault Valenzuela scores for Cincinnati. The 78th minute. 4-0. 6-0 on aggregate. Sports games on 2DNA. Thoughts on Man City versus Luton Town. Man City beat the hell out of Luton Town. Luton Town put up a good fight, but lots of goals by the robot. Let's just put it like that. Show sports games on 2DNA. Well, yes. '79th minute. I just hope they blow the whistle at 90. 4-0. Yep. Cavalier defending. Might as well just put Cincinnati down on the bracket. I don't even need to take much time to... Games on Tubi, I know. I'm watching it on there. I had Cincinnati winning that tie, right? Yep. Okay, so FC Cincinnati. It's going to be... There you go. Cross in, 79 to the 80th. Won't take much work. Yep, Cincinnati won. PR predictions. Cincinnati won 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 8 out of 11 ain't bad if that ends up being correct. '80th minute, 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. We got one more. They show sports on Tubi, yes. Because Fox owns it. Two more spots to go. $18 teams left out of 16. '81st minute. Speaking of Fox Soccer, their YouTube channel's finally starting to upload again. Well, good for them. 82-45 is what freaking FotMob says. Dallas Stars have gotten Chris Tanev in a 3-team trade with Calgary and New Jersey. Ooh. Not a bad move. We'll, of course, be live for Nashville later. Of course, we have Revolution Independiente tomorrow to see who plays Alajuelense. And Nashville is going to end up playing Miami. Unless some absolute crazy stuff happens. But I think we're pretty damn sure how this second game is going to go. And review it. Boom. Costa plays forward, 83rd minute. Two DNA is happy. Round of 16 will have El Clasico, Mexico, Messi versus Nashville again. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if FS1 is going to have the freaking Nashville Messi games on there. De Bruyne and MLS, NYCFC. Just a hunch. I think you go the Lampard way and Angelino way. I don't think De Bruyne is going to go somewhere that's shocking. I think he's going to go to New York City FC. Just a hunch. I think he's going to stay in the City football group, just move to America. 84th minute. I mean, his pay is definitely going to be lowered, but he still will stay with the City football group, I think. He'll still wear City blue. It's just going to be across the pond. Hopefully, you don't have to deal with Cushing. That would suck. 85th minute. Now, what would really suck is if you had to deal with Cushing. Savio from Girault, he'll be moving to Man City very soon. That doesn't surprise me. That really doesn't surprise me. Because Girault is owned by City. 85th minute. Getting to the 86th. Tubi's like 2 minutes behind. It's over a minute behind, but cross cleared away. 86 minutes, 6-0 on aggregate. I think all I have to do is put down the 6-0 and then put down the score, and then we'll be on our way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. '86 minute, so it's 87:42. So about a minute 20, at least 82 seconds behind. Yeah. I don't understand how to be so behind, but you know what? I wish I could fast forward it, but you can't. 87th minute. Even on the computer, you can't fast forward it. It's weird. I still think they'll blow the whistle straight at full time, though. There's no way they play longer than 90 minutes, right? Plays forward. Santos. Acosta. '87th minute. Get into the 88th minute. Still 4-0. Into the 88th minute where I'm watching. .30 seconds away from 90 minutes in real time. A minute and a half away on this stream. .90 minutes on the full timer. I think the Revs game is pretty behind too. Maybe that's just a Tubi thing. I don't know. 89th minute. Corner. Header down. 40 seconds. Shot past side netting. That'll be a goal kick. About an extra 82 seconds. Like an extra 130. Ten seconds. Cincinnati playing forward. So they said full time. Plays forward. Right. Okay. Ends at 6-0. And that's full time. Full time on the night is 4-0. 6-0 on aggregate. And Cincinnati moves on to play Monterey in the round of 16. With that being said, congratulations to Cincinnati. Commiserations to Cavalier FC. We will move on to the next game. If you like the stream, like, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you within the next 10 or so minutes for the Nashville versus Mocha game. And there you go. With that being said, I'll see you then. I'm running them out. Peace. See you. .4-0. So they will show it. 8:15 kickoff. That being said, we'll be back. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.